everyone, my name is Kaikun6 and I'm here to do another episode of Playlist Stories. I didn't even know if I was going to make this video for this week or not because of the fact that it is really cold. Like, it got cold like around 4 to 6 in the morning over here in Texas where it was like 32 degrees, and I think I've told you guys before, like when it gets to lower than 60 degrees, I can't function properly. Like I just can't. Like I just go cower in my bedroom, put the blankets on me, and then put the heater on me and stuff like that. And like I'm still not used to the Texas weather. I don't know how you Texans do it, honestly, but like I'm Californian and I moved here. Like it's about to be 6 years, and I felt like, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get used to this weather. Like, not even some certain Texans that have been here for longer than I have, they've experienced like -2 weather, -2 degree weather here, and they still say that they were cold, but it's still not cold enough. And I was just like, I just can't. Once it gets down to like 60 degrees, I get cold, and anything lower than that, I just start like putting like leggings on, socks on, everything. Like even though I wear socks all year round and to bed also, but I also like I would wear shorts almost the entire year. And so this time I had to wear leggings, and I feel a little bit warmer. I even had to wear a little coat on me because of the fact that it is still cold in this bedroom. I still haven't gotten a heater or an AC in here, so whatever. But anyway, but yeah, like, welcome to the first day of November. I call it Thanksgiving month because everybody is either thinking about Thanksgiving already or they're thinking about Christmas, so who knows. But a lot of people choose to ignore Thanksgiving, especially in the beginning of the month, so that way they can get to Christmas. So anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna start on this video now. I just wanted to ramble on for a little bit and also show you like my little pumpkin shirt. I've shown it before, I think in a shopping finds video. I found this one in a Goodwill in Texas, and I think it cost I think it was like $3 to $5. I don't remember, but I remembered seeing this shirt in the similar color area of the racks, and I felt like, oh, I've been meaning to get a shirt like this. And so I remember I grabbed it and paid for it, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna be perfect for like fall weather, and plus to show off like different t-shirts or something for every week of the upcoming holidays. And I felt like, well, I'm gonna put this on, and hopefully next week I'll start putting on some more fall colors like clothes for it. So anyway, let's get started on this video. As you can see, the title, Lucifer by Shinee. A lot of us had firsts, I want to say, like first time meeting friends in high school, to like listening to certain genres of music, which I have done for almost my entire life. And I felt like I finally found like the genres I would go for the most, which is mainly like rock and metal and some in between, some pop and R&B, hip hop, everything like you can think of except country, because I do not like country. And so 2009 was like a first one for me, like especially for me and my sister. I just remember one day, we were watching TV at some point. We kind of got bored of the TV shows we were watching because most of our weekends would be kind of like either watching something in Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, or even on the Disney Channel if they have anything interesting in there, especially movies. One day my sister just started scrolling through the channels, especially since at the time we had antenna TV. And if you went through that era, or you're still in that era where antenna boxes were very common, and you get like certain channels through the antenna in the air, and it's either you get music sometimes on there, or not, some certain channels that you definitely get for free if you haven't paid for cable or dish or something like that. So, or satellite also, I just remember that. And so I remembered my sister scrolling through, and she found this interesting like international channel where it was Korean based. And I remember seeing this music video of the title of this video, and like my sister felt like some sort of like ember inside her heart was starting to like flame up to the point where she became obsessive with K-pop. And as for me, not really, not as much as like, you know, she has, because like I remember for the entirety of like 2009 to like maybe 2015, 2016, that was when it was like her years of her being obsessive with K-pop, and she's still obsessive over it sometimes, but not as much as she used to when she was younger. And for me, 2009 was like a year where it was like full on, like we were watching like at least a few hours of the day during weekends, where we were watching like K-pop videos, music videos basically, and then different TV shows that came with it, which was really entertaining. And I remember seeing this music video so much, and I felt like, wow, like I wonder if anybody knows about K-pop and all that stuff. So it basically it led to like my sister making friends through that type of branch, and then I have too, but like it was mainly more of like kind of like sort of like a catalyst to some conversations that I had, and a lot of people didn't know much about it. They were just like, what is K-pop? I don't know what that is. And eventually, as years passed by, it got really popular to the point where, you know, everybody knows about Psy and about, you know, the song Gangnam Style and stuff like that. And of course, I was into that song too. I still listen to it as of today, including his like his collab with Snoop Dogg, which is Hangover. That's another good song that I listen to time to time. But a lot of people did not know that, you know, I was really into K-pop also. Like, not like my sister, but like I do dabble with it once in a while. I do have some songs saved on Spotify that I remember listening to since 2009 to like basically now. And but I mainly just go towards that type of era from like 2009 to like maybe 2012, maybe a little bit later, but that's it, because at that time I felt like, you know, K-pop was my sister's thing, and that was fine. There's some certain songs I listen to still nowadays, and you know, and that's it. I can't listen to anything newer than that because I haven't, you know, paid attention to it lately. But I just remembered like I remember mentioning this to a few of my friends, and they still said no. They were like, you know, I don't know nothing about K-pop. Like, I don't mind listening to it, especially with my friend Choji. And I was like, okay. So I remembered, I think it was like one of those hangouts that we had, like either after school, or it was like when he finally was able to like come visit my old, you know, my old place, which was my mom's house right now. And like he'll listen to the music and he'll be like, wow, what is that? And it's oh, that's K-pop. That's like you can hear my sister playing her playlist all the time on there. And so she'll be like, yeah, like this is K-pop. And so he kind of liked it, but you know, he was trying to get into it, you know, that type of thing. And so it was not just him, but a few of our friends also. Like I remembered one of the friends that I still talk to kind of as of today, but not really, because let's just say this person has some beef with my other friends. That's all I can say, but I'm gonna give her the nickname K. I remember meeting her through my sister, and then meeting another person, which I am gonna use her nickname on here because sadly I don't talk to her that much, and I do hope that she's doing really well, but her name was Ellie. And I remember meeting both of these people like through K-pop, and it was mainly for choir, because I remembered they first met me and through my sister, and my sister was just like trying to get them off her hands basically. And so I was just like, cool, you know, like we'll introduce you to the anime club. And so we kind of like talk to each other, get to know each other. And I remember Ellie and I just shared a lot of good conversations, and I did also with Kay. And but I felt like I was more attached to Ellie more than anything. I felt like she and I were kind of like, you know, sisters from from another mother basically, or what they say, like sisters from another mister, that type of thing. And so I grew attached to her very quickly. I felt like she showed me like a lot of things that it was kind of like her own world while I showed her mine. And along the way, she met, of course, everybody from the anime club, which she fell in love with because she never thought she'll find individuals that were just as weird as her, and so did Kay. And then of course over the years in high school, you know, we made more friends and all that stuff. I even met Ace and everybody else while I was still friends with Demi and this and this. And so it was pretty interesting. So over the years, I felt like my love for music grew, and I remember sharing that type of music to everybody, and they were like, oh, we like it, but we kind of like this more. And I was just like, that's fine. I just wanted to show you guys like my interest, because once in a while I'll pull out like my iPod video or my iPod phone, and it will show like the playlists on there, and they'll hear it through like my earphones at the time or something, you know, and they always wonder what song is that or what music is that. And of course 95% of the time it was either Limp Bizkit or something else. And but I remember at one point I played K-pop at one point when it was still trying to get a little bit popular back in 2009 2010. My good friend Alibaba, she put like some songs in there, and I remembered just playing that at one point, and so it kind of grew my friendship with Ellie and Kay, and it was like really nice. Honestly, I felt like, oh, I could still bond with people, especially with like my type of music, and hopefully they'll like it too, and they have. And so I remember like the music video to the song of the title of this the title of this video. Sorry, I was trying to remember other song titles, but I remember showing them the music video, and they were like, oh my god, like this guy is hot. And I was just like, I don't know their names yet, like I just barely got into it like back in last year. And then so like if you want to know more, my sister knows about it more, and so like my sister got into this like rabbit hole of like, you know, getting to know like the K-pop bands at the time. And of course there's a lot of good ones, a lot of favorite ones. Most of them either broke up or they're still together or they're on hiatus. It's been nuts. And I'm not sure about Shinee. I know it's been years since I've heard anything new from them, but I believe they did broke up. I believe. I'm not sure. But like the only one that would know is my sister, because she's the one who gets herself involved with like their lives, and then she'll watch the TV shows that they show up on, and sometimes they'll show up in like real life, you know, kind of like she'll go to their concerts whenever they're in town for LA or stuff like that. And I believe I told you guys before that my first concert that I ever been to was a K-pop concert, and I remember I was just trying to accompany my sister for it, and I really had fun. I really did. It was just so much fun, and it made my love for K-pop even more, even though I don't understand the language that well. Like my sister is the one who understands it well. She's dedicated time to like learning the language. She learned like the alphabet in no time, and then she started like constructing words and sentences. It's crazy. And so I just do what I can to like understand it, but most of the time I'm like, I'm clueless. Like, don't even ask me if I know Korean. I just don't. I only know a few words, but that's it. That's all I know. And but yeah, anyway. So I just remembered like around after high school, that was when it kind of like flourished more, because I felt like we had more free time. Like I graduated from high school, I had this break from college in between May and June, so that way I could listen to more K-pop. And then so it came out with like so many good bands, so many good like songs and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden like we started hearing more about like these other bands, and we just got really into it, you know. Like my sister started going to more concerts for them, and I'm here like, oh yeah, like I gotta go to college, I gotta go to work, and this and this and that. And so like she dedicated time to whatever busy schedule she had later on in her life to go for these concerts whenever, you know, her favorite bands are in town, or just certain events that they only show up like once a year, that type of thing. And I've been to a couple of these conventions too, like KCON, I think I've been to one, and I met like some really good famous K-pop groups, like, you know, kind of like they're known for like family, it's like a family channel or something that you know, they dedicated to like listening to K-pop with like their kids and stuff like that. It's just they're very lovely. Like My sister has like all her photos on there on her personal Facebook and somewhere else on social media. But we have met this family, and it was really sweet. And while she was friends with like, she's still friends with her as of today, but not as much. But like Q, she like she was like the main person to go to when it comes to K-pop, and she's very into it, you know. And it's not just K-pop, she's into J-pop and all that other stuff too. But I felt like she had friends that was like just for J-pop, and then just friends for K-pop, which my sister was one of them, and so was I. And so we kind of like try to talk about, you know, plans about going to concerts and this and this. And I don't know, I felt like it was such a like a sweet memory to remember about that, because it was like when I was younger, and I could actually make a video about this and all that. It's like when that era came out where kids at my age, or like around my age, were very into wrestling. And I remembered like being so obsessed of John Cena, like, and his music and stuff like that. I remembered I begged my brother to buy the CD for it. I could make a video about it sometime in the near future, but I have that CD. I have that CD, and I think I think my mom still has it. It's somewhere in storage in her house. But I'm hoping that sometime soon I'll be able to you know, go visit my family, and then go pick up that CD and some other CDs that I have left behind, and hopefully some other stuff. But yeah, anyway, I felt like there was like a moment in time in my life where I would, you know, collect albums from certain bands and then show them off to my friends and then see if they like it. And then John Cena was one of them. And then finally came the era of like a lot of digital, where a lot of people were more into digital than just having like the CD itself. And so K-pop was one of them. And so I remember like my friends would be playing like K-pop whenever you know, my sister was there to hang out with us and stuff like that. And so she'll like feel comfortable enough to like, you know, be around friends or people that she barely even knows and stuff like that. And then of course there was Ellie and Kay, and then Kitty also, which like it's a different type of Kitty for sure. It's not Zach or anything, but that was his nickname at one point. But now that nickname Kitty belongs to some other person. But yeah, I remembered just we would listen to K-pop even in high school at the time, and then after high school, and then whenever we were like in my car at the time, or just in general hanging out in general public, or in someone's like apartment complex or their house or this and that. And it was like really fun. And I just remembered like this song was like the catalyst to me just listening to K-pop. And of course I still have a love for it, but not as much as I used to before, because I felt like I went off the bandwagon of it. I was just like, y'all can just like y'all can just know about it more than I will, because I've been so obsessive with like a lot of rock and metal that I just I felt like that was my calling for me. And so even as of today, there's still some friends that still don't know that I listen to certain genres of music, or unless I share something with them and stuff like that. But majority of them didn't even know that I listened to K-pop. And I was just like, oh yeah, you'll be surprised too that there are some songs that are in Spanish that I actually still listen to as of today. I think like a couple of them got added recently to my playlist on Spotify, so who knows, I'll be able to talk about it. But yeah, like I felt like that was a really good memory to actually remember about it, because I felt like a lot of my friendships were more towards like anime, or they were towards music. And the ones that I have made friends online, which I have made videos on this, so if you want to go check it out, go ahead and find the playlist on my channel, where I made some online friends, and it kind of like flourished into like who I am today for listening to their genres of music, and then of course whatever my friends have given me, so that way I can broaden my horizons and stuff like that. And there are some, I remember there was some music also from like the K-pop genres that it also made like, you know, head scratch, because it's like you don't understand what they're saying, but yeah, you really like the music. And I said, yeah, I really do. It's really catchy. I mean, I don't understand what they're saying most of the time, and I could always like, you know, Google translate the lyrics and stuff like that, but uh it was just mainly like the music video, the connotations, like how the beat is from the song. It was like I kind of get it, but you know, maybe I don't, but who knows. So but yeah, like K-pop will always have a special place in my heart, and especially for K-pop that came out back in 2009 to like 2012, 2013. Because after that, I felt like I didn't listen to it that much. I only just listened to whatever was in those years, and that's it. And I still yet to like add more K-pop on my playlist. So good luck. Wish me luck on that, because it is so many. Like I remember they used to release new like songs like almost every week, maybe even twice or three times a week. And like the international channels, like especially for Korean related ones, they tried to keep up basically. So like they started showing like the music videos or just them performing live in front of a live audience, like I don't know how many times a week, but I remember we will like tune into those channels almost every day. Once we like me and my sister got into K-pop, and like we just saw like all these boy bands, and of course the girls, also the girl bands that were just like performing. It was just amazing. They were like all beautiful and stuff like that, and then it just made the genre so much more better for my sister and for me, mainly for her, so that way she can like fall, you know, kind of like embrace like what is K-pop basically. And I don't know, I just felt like it was just a really lovely memory for that. So I think I'm just gonna end it right there before I start rambling on for everything else. I am still cold, and I'm gonna warm up a little bit in my bedroom before I start on supper. And excuse me, I'm gonna go collect some crafting materials. Excuse me, I keep burping. I'm gonna go find it in one of my small closets. And then I gotta go pull out the Thanksgiving tote that I have in the garage so I can start decorating and stuff like that, because I barely have anything on these walls. Like, I could probably show you guys a little bit. Like, yeah, I have a mess right there, and I do have a prime box there. But, like, this is all I have right now on the shelf that's above me, because I haven't, like, done anything where I was supposed to pull out my the Thanksgiving tote like yesterday, but I told my husband, I was like, just help me do it today, since it's gonna get a little bit warmer, and then maybe next week I'll be able to have like more, you know, fall colors in the background, more pumpkin stuff, and of course wear more fall colors like for our fall clothes, and then hopefully be able to show you maybe like some crafts that I've been working on also, because I do want to work on more crafts. I mainly want to work on jewelry, because my mother-in-law has been giving me stuff to make jewelry out of, like probably like dangly earrings or studded earrings or just something in general like that. And I'm here like, yeah, I'm collecting all these beaded stuff that I've been finding, like from my shopping finds, or just in general, like before I was doing YouTube videos almost every single week, that you know, that I need to start collecting all the beads, start making these jewelry, and then show them off to you. And then hopefully you guys will like that. Like, I don't know if I'll ever make a tutorial on making jewelry for that one, but if you are really interested, let me know. And if not, that's fine. I could just probably post up photos of like how I do it, and if it's different than what your usual you know, channels that you watch for that make jewelry like for a living, then you know, but yeah, I have an unorthodox way of making it. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm rambling on. I'm gonna go listen to more K-pop, hopefully more music. I'm gonna warm up. So yeah. So anyway, hopefully you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye everyone.